Alright guys, NTS guest versus Makken. I don't know if Macken's part of a team, but doesn't matter here now. So, just as expected, we're seeing the Inkling versus the Youngling. According to our competitor guest, actually, Inkling loses this match pretty hard, and so who knows? I do believe these competitors have fought each other before, so who knows? Alright, guess not being afraid to swing out these uppies at his shield, but so far he's not been able to start anything meaningful. Ooh, that was... See, the great thing about that fair, and I wonder if Makken was aware of that, is that it was able to stop the, it was able to stop the boomerang, which, like, ended up being very vital, and as you can see, Makken is ahead, only having taken 68-something%, so... Yeah, good stuff. What we are seeing is, I wonder if the arrows things is going to be a good adjustment, because maybe keeping Inkling at mid-range is actually going to be beneficial, because so far Guess has done all this unanswered and evens this up. Maybe that greater use of arrows will be the small adaptation that ends up mattering, but who knows? Ooh, very good. Drops into the bomb, and he gets it into the boomerang. An unfortunate lack of confirms, but as I see it right now, Guess is playing very solid, and is looking far more even between him and Makken. Maybe, just maybe, at some point in between him and Makken, between Guest and, between Guest throwing out those arrows a little more, and Makken taking that first stock. Somewhere between there, maybe Guest found a better answer to deal with Makken. But things are looking far more even. I feel like the matches I've seen between these two guys before have definitely been far more favoring Makken. And so we're seeing some really good gameplay. I'm glad we're seeing far closer gameplay. And what I've been seeing is Guest has been covering his retreats well with the Z-drop bombs, and I feel like that's making giant waves for him. Macken's still been keeping up in the percent category, but it's definitely been working out well for him. Whoever takes this next stock is going to be in a crucial lead, I believe. Both of these players have been playing pretty patient, and I feel like especially since Guess is playing the zoner, this could be really good for him. But Inkling, ever the safe character, still can make a great advantage, especially if he just focuses on back airing once he gets the lead. Or focuses on playing safe in general, but Makken is not making this easy. And Guess was intimidated by the down smash and unfortunately died. But as you saw with last stock, he could just as quickly take this without an answer. Yeah, notice how Makken is using the projectiles and trying to play the mid-range a little more with those ink shots. And you can already see it's working out better for him because he's able to get that damage much easier. And those splat bombs are working. So far, Guess has not been able to make much advance as far as avoiding them, and he's getting hit by them so much. That definitely looks like to be the adjustment that Makken needed to take back his solid pace in this game. And now this is basically a lap stock and lap percent. And is that going to take it? Not quite, but this is an awful position, and the down smash is gonna take it. I feel like definitely the biggest thing that happened there was Guess got overwhelmed by the bombs, and if he doesn't find an answer to that, this could be quite the quick set. And Makken goes up 1-0. Alright guys, game 2, and Makken looking like he's gonna bring out the, Makken looks like he's gonna be bringing out the Mario. You know, that was honestly, ended up being a really solid game for Makken, so maybe he's feeling confident enough to go the Mario. I definitely feel like both of these characters have some amazing combos, but I think Mario might have a little easier time killing, to be honest, but, this is definitely guest counter pick, and I feel like this could work really well. That was a really cool. That was cool. I don't normally see PO grabs like that, but what's it called? Well, I forgot what I was gonna say, but it matters not. What does matter is that Makken came in and immediately erased that stock. This is definitely looking much more rough for guests. I feel like there's definitely a valid. I feel like there's a valid strat for counterfeiting a character that even if you did well on your first character, making someone adjust to another character, especially when you're a little better or as good as them, could definitely be really rough mentally because you're having to adjust your playstyle so much. But Guess has done a pretty good job, in my opinion, taking these stocks off pretty quickly, and I think he's doing fine right now. I noticed earlier on in the match that Guess was using up B, sometimes double, sometimes single, but just then he got punished for using that up B, and that was an excellent backer. That's definitely just going to kill. Oh, no, not going to kill. Well, no, he's going to kill. But, what's it called? I definitely feel like these uppies can definitely be very detrimental to Guess, especially if he's not using them a little more wisely. Oh man, tried to cheese him there and SD'd. Even though he SD'd there, he still has a pretty hefty lead, so it's not as though this is a massive loss for Makken, but this still could open up the gate for Guess to make it back, so who knows. Oh, I thought Makken would take that, but that was some pretty good DI, or maybe a lack of rage, or maybe both, but is he going to be able to make it back from this? Absolutely. Alright guys, this could potentially be the last game. And we're seeing the switch to Lucina. I definitely think that's a solid option, but I'm not sure which one of these characters wins here. Lucina on paper, most likely, and because of the range, but Mara can definitely still get in her face and do a lot of things. He can also throw back his head and just kill. I'm not sure how good Guest's other characters are just because I've never seen him play them in bracket, but so far, if he can get this edge guard, he'll be able to keep it very close, but ooh, Makken got in his face and it was even ready for the retaliation, and oh, okay. He wasn't quite able to get the combo, but are we going to see the up B? No, Makken just wants to go for the kill. Maybe the damage would have been better there, but as you can see, Makken is having no trouble continuing to juggle Guest, and this is looking really rough for him right now, especially since he's almost going to be lapped to percent, but finally he gets the kill and taunts for it. I really hope that pompousness is well found, because if he doesn't start making some waves, it'll leave him looking a little goofy. Maybe he was trying to catch a roll there. It looked like he was going to try to charge an F smash in the other direction, which, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, he burned his double jump. Okay. Maybe going out for the cape there would have been a good idea, but it's not like Makken has to really rush himself right now. And he got that well-placed back air. And, okay, I noticed each time Guess has burned his double jump, and Makken has gotten closer and closer to killing him because of that after the flood. And he didn't get that situation this time, but he's gonna. I guess gonna have to be careful with doing that. You gotta mix up your recovery options. Ooh, that was an unfortunate missed opportunity with directional air dodge, and good F smash. And ooh, Guess really winning that kill, but I think back airing towards the stage would have been a little better. And well, he's back down. He's back down. He's still not out of this, but he's definitely going to have to try to avoid taking a lot of damage. But Makken already putting on a ton of percent. Each time they've both been on these platforms, Makken has actually just put on a ton of damage and made it really rough. But Guess swinging pretty boldly while being off stage, and wow. He really committed an F smash, but it ended up working that time. And 70 is still a decent deficit, but it's not an impossibility, but it's going to be hard. And even if Guess wins this game, he still has a decent amount of games to win if he's going to take this set. But we're seeing a lot of mileage coming out of these dashback F smashes. And you can, okay, I definitely think the forward lean on that F smash that Guess did save it from that interaction, but nothing is going to save you from a missed tech, and Makken is ready for it. And he takes this 3-0. Alright. I think we're going to go to... Did I put this as winner semifinals? This is loser semifinals. Alright, but here we go. Losers finals next.